Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday, another edition of the Sepsiss Show. Music, art, culture, technology, social media, and more. How you doing, Lex?
I'm great. I'm excited for today's chat.
Yeah, a lot to cover today. Glad you guys can all make it here with us. We do realize that you guys, some of you guys are new here. This is a show where we talk about the modern music industry and specifically how it relates through the lens and a perspective of modern day content creators, self-employed, independent creators, and of course independent musicians. We realize that the modern music industry is less about music and much more about advertising, marketing, and the people that can afford to manage the physical and digital storefronts. The music industry largely now is about who can afford the storage, Lexi, who can afford the lawyers. The music industry has always really been about charts, metrics, popularity contests, remixing, copying, karaoke, even impersonators like Elvis and Michael Jackson impersonators. The music industry is less about music and more about property, real estate, badges, symbols, paperwork, manufacturing, and catalogs and categories and symbols of success. The music industry is a lot more about metrics and charts and awards.
Yeah, getting the best picture or video.
Contests. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute because I have some awards behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're going to talk about anything in the music industry, I think that it's worth sharing our own experience as well. Algorithms, charts, trophies, bragging rights. The music industry is sort of like a game show to some degree. Online casinos and lotteries, flea markets with gizmos and gadgets and devices, advertisements, marketing, manufacturing for the people who are interested in looking successful.
Yeah, it's all about the look.
The modern music method in the music industry is based on bragging rights, competition, mimicking, algorithms, reacting, and recreating success stories and models while claiming them and taking the credit as your own.
Faking it.
Faking it to making it. This is a program where we examine the details and stories, the articles about the music industry, advertising, and marketing, and we put them up on the screen so everyone can read along with us. We also cover social media. We cover some cultural topics, current events, legal topics that relate to the music industry, of course, and to the ones that relate to everybody's lives. On the podcast, on this live stream, we examine and discuss how we discover, analyze, shop, and how we talk about the details and how artists are developed in the modern day music industry. We talk about logistics. We talk about devices. We talk about the developers. We talk about the software. Okay, we talk about the files. We examine the programs, the players, the devices, and how music is delivered to us online and in physical storefronts. That's what this show is all about. We cover the topics and conversations and challenges that other promoters, bands, musicians, and people online are just too well behaved to talk about routinely. And so we say the things that we believe here on the show and say online don't depend or rely on other people to believe in them in order for us to talk about them. Never trust anybody that attempts to convert questions of the truth into questions of power. Study us, love us, or hate us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sepsiss Show. So, I know we were talking a little bit about symbolic success, and I was talking about charts and awards and metrics, and we talk about a lot on this program, like some of our more popular topics in the past have been music streaming, like Spotify, and how music streaming has affected the modern day music economy, creating and recording. Because of course it's not just about money. Whether your music's on cassette or vinyl, it really affects the way the music is created. So switching over to streaming and people being focused on that for the last 15 to 20 years has really changed the way we create music also, right? Another topic that we visit often, for some reason, I don't know why, but people still tend to ask us about backing tracks. That's something that you see often that comes up, is how people feel about backing tracks.
Yeah, that seems to be a hot topic these days.
B. So backing tracks is something that we've talked about a lot. We've talked about cover bands and tribute bands. That's come up a lot. But one of the other things that comes up a lot on this program is payola and pay to play. Those are some other hot topics on the program. Can you think of any others? I mean, there are many, but I'm just rifling them off. The reason why I say that is because we talk a lot about charts, views, follows, plays, metrics and numbers and badges and symbols. We are one of the first and only bands that haven't had to pay for like a blue check or something like that. Like when we got those things long ago, people used to think that we were buying followers or faking followers or something like that. But if you look, we don't have the numbers or the metrics that people would want to brag about. Not, I think, by today's standards. But I think at one time, people used to believe things like that about us, and people used to say that it was rumored that we used to buy our awards. You see the awards behind me. We have only a couple. It's nothing big. It's from our New England region, the New England Music Awards. And of course, this past weekend, we were really shocked, quite frankly, to receive the Band of the Year from the New England Hall of Fame. That was quite a surprise to us all. And I just wanted to go back and revisit that, because I think that when we do this podcast, I think it's easy to be misunderstood, because we're always telling people how trophies and awards and charts and metrics and follows are really just symbolic.
Yeah.
And how they don't make you special.
It doesn't prove that you're qualified.
And then when you're watching this program, you might notice that I have some of the awards that Sepsiss has won in the past behind me. So some people might think, well, if awards don't mean anything, and followers don't mean anything, and views don't mean anything, then William, why do you have those awards behind you? It's a good question, right? I think it's notable, and I think it might be worth knowing that just because we have, from the bottom of my heart, I'm grateful that we've had the opportunity to participate in the New England Music Awards, and I'm really grateful that we have won in the past. It's not something that we regularly strive for as a band, and it's not something that we use to pretend that we're good people or that we're better guitar players than people. And if you're wondering why they're behind me on the wall, it's so I can show everybody in real time when I'm talking about the importance or the non-importance of winning an award, the importance or the non-importance of being in a magazine. I think it's important if I'm on here talking about backtracks or pay to play, if I'm up here giving advice, if I'm talking about awards and charts, I think it's important that I'm able to show that I have a little bit of experience in this stuff myself. If I'm going to talk about pay to play, I think it's important for all of you to know the reason why we speak out against pay to play, for instance, is because I have the experience in it. When we speak out and we're talking about record labels, and record labels approaching and chicken hawking bands on social media, when we speak out against that, it's because we have direct experience with it. When we speak out against venues and bands and artists getting ripped off in real time from live events, it's because, not because we're experts and we're cool and we're impenetrable and because we're Sepsiss lives forever and we're bulletproof. It's because we have a little bit of experience in it. So the reason why I have the awards behind me and stuff like that is proof of me having a little bit of knowledge. Not that I'm an expert, but it's to show that I have a little bit of knowledge when I say to somebody that winning an award doesn't make you a better person. You can look behind me and see that I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That part.
So, we're going to get right to it. Another thing that we do on the program, just like we do with the awards, we put it up on the screen because I'm not an expert. And this program really isn't about what Lexi can teach you or what I can teach you or how we can crawl on the internet and hijack and siphon other people's stories. That's not what it's about. This story is not about me telling you how to music industry. This is a show where discussion and discovery meet at a crossroads where we together explore the music industry and technology and social media, and instead of being confronted and fear-driven, we all get to learn this stuff together. This is a show unlike any other, where most of the internet is all counting on experts and people to tell you what to do and to break down methods to you. A lot of content creators on the internet are counting on you and relying on a system where they are dependable, people have credibility, they are the experts. And that's not what this is. This is something where we can share together and there doesn't really need to be all of that stress and pressure. All right, let's get to our first article. There's so much about Suno. Do you know what Suno is before we even get into this?
I don't know what it is, but I see ads for it from all my favorite piano influencers. They be advertising Suno.
Okay, let's just see what it is because I don't even know if people know what it is. All right, so if you guys don't know, I'm going to read to you what Suno is. A lot of people may not even know what it is. So, all right, just so y'all know, Suno or Suno AI is a leading generative artificial intelligent music creation platform that allows anyone to generate full-length songs with vocals, instruments, and lyrics from simple text prompts. Okay? It's based in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It's a New England company. Thought you'd like to know that. Anyhow, the platform aims to it wants to, I guess, democratize music creation so you don't need to know how to play an instrument to bring your musical ideas to life. So, text to song generation, type a description of the style, mood, or topic, 90s heavy metal song about coffee, it'll make it for you. That's what Suno is. Okay. Custom voices and models, record your own voice, or train professional AI models, or make AI sing using your own voice. Feature designed to generate individual loops, riffs, the whole bit, okay? So it's an all-in-one white glove boutique AI text generation studio.
For people that that may or may not want to be a musician or learn how to play an instrument, and they can just put it together on this thing.
I think it's for people that want to play AI. You don't need AI to make music. People that want to make music just make music.
That's what I'm saying. So this is for the people that don't actually want to take the time to learn an instrument to make music. They want to play around with AI.
I think that this is for human beings that want to be on par with otherwise increased skilled human beings. This is for people that want to be on par with talented people.
Mm-hmm. This is crazy.
Okay. So that's what it is. Suno has raised over $400 million in Series D funding at a $5.4 billion post-money valuation. The round was led by Bond Capital alongside IVP forerunner Union Square Ventures, Alkinton and Quiet, with participation from God knows who the fuck these people really are. Suno CEO and co-founder Funny Pants wrote in a blog Wednesday, June 3rd, quote, "As with our previous funding rounds, the Series D saw, quote, participation from some of the best artists, producers, songwriters, and people from across the music industry. He didn't name any of them." So, I mean, what good is it if you're not proud of it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really want to? It's like the blow-up doll analogy, and I won't get back into that again. But if you're really not proud of something that you're doing, then why do it? That's my question.
And if you're so excited about people working on your platform that you created, why don't you name them?
It seemed like it would be good PR unless they asked you not to, and then
Right.
and then we circle back to, if you're embarrassed,
But why are you doing it?
whacking off to AI, then why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it?
Don't do things. Don't say things, right?
That you're gonna regret tomorrow or in 30 seconds.
Right. And this makes sense if your fucking brain is developing, but I'm communicating with mostly over 25 adults.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh,
The table of contents.
I can live with that. No, I can't, apparently. The table of contents is attacking me. Look at that. What is that?
So that's a big advertisement. and
Yo,
that's
what
a
the
table of
fuck?
contents.
It's like a puzzle. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. I can't get through it. It's every week. Holy shit. Look, I still can't get rid of it. Can you imagine? Look, no thanks. There's something else. That's crazy. You've never seen anything quite like that, have you?
I've never seen anything like that.
What am I going to do with that? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click out of it. I'm not putting up with that. See ya. I'll never do that. I'm never going to do that to myself. I'm not doing that. We're never going to do it. So if you guys want to know what I'm doing, if you guys want to know what I'm doing, I'm like every week, I'm fighting aggressive ads on the internet. Fucking crazy. So I don't want to click on this shit, right? And then, look, I'm going to change it over to the computer screen right now, and now you guys get to see what I'm seeing. What you guys don't know, or some of you probably do that have been here for a while, is that while I'm talking with our regular screen up, I'm going through the articles, and I'm preparing them. And you're probably wondering, well, what needs to be prepared? I have to attack aggressive advertising and fucking pop-ups in the back.
Mm-hmm. Either covers up the article itself, or we can't even read it.
When you go,
if you guys read articles, you guys know what we're talking about.
When you go to www. Okay.
I'm sorry. The way you
when
said
you
that.
go to www.sepsiss.fucking.com, you're not going to see all of these pop-ups.
Right. You're not going to
It's
see
seamless.
a single one.
Right. Just go to my website.
Just hang out.
Right. I'm going to go there and prove it.
Right. So just hang out at our website. You don't get harassed by ads.
Right.
Thank
Whoa. Fuck is that?
This
Drop
is bad.
downs, boomerangs.
Like
All
I
right.
said, if you guys have read articles lately, you guys know exactly the torture and trauma this ensues.
Can the reintroduced Protect Working Music Act pass? Get ready for an artist-led full-court press on the Hill.
Well, I'll be damned.
Here we go again. The Artists' Rights Alliance launches a campaign to pass the reintroduced Protect Working Music Act, including town halls and an artist-led press on the Hill. The Artists' Rights Alliance, ARA, has launched the latest chapter in its efforts to protect and defend artists whose livelihoods are threatened by the ever-changing music economy. Building on years of work fighting for fair pay and fair treatment for working musicians, performers, and songwriters, the ARA will hold town halls in communities across the nation along with the music industry advocates to educate policymakers and publish research on the challenges facing independent artists and how to protect working music and how Protect Working Musicians Act can help. I don't know if you guys remember this from before. We've covered this before.
Yeah.
Last week, the ARA proudly announced in its support for Representative Deborah Ross in the reintroduction of the PWMA. It's a lot of shit. Backed by major new advocacy push, the reintroduced bill was announced at a high-profile event and roundtable discussion at the Poorhouse Music Hall and Record Shop in Raleigh last Thursday, where artists and industry veterans pressed the legislation, spoke of the challenges they faced with streaming platforms, and looked ahead to working to pass the PWMA. That's great.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So look, and I don't mean to be like a dark cloud or anything. But these groups stand up a lot for the type of activism that we do here on the program, and it's not anything complicated. It's just for musicians someday to get paid fairly. And this, they're not talking about Drake and Adele. What they're talking about is independent musicians. So if you're an independent musician, I could do a whole episode on this. You know, this is where we talk about law and legislations and how we have been fighting for years now for musicians to be treated and paid fairly, not only in live concert settings, but also for recordings and royalties and intellectual property. Okay? So I'm showing you this because it's being reintroduced. It was shot down and it's being reintroduced, and I urge you, if you are an independent artist and you really care about the stuff we're talking about here, it's just a matter of whether you do or don't yet. Because if you are an independent artist and you plan on staying here and you have longevity in mind, okay, unless you get picked up by a legacy record label, chances are this does pertain to you. So follow along with it. It's a lot of information. I couldn't do the whole program on it. That's how much.
That's how deep this stuff is.
But I'm showing them this because each year, but each week, each month, and every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we keep trying to tell you guys that the music industry largely is about law and litigation and banking, right? And acquisition and legacy companies, absorbing inventions and patents and copyrights and trademarks and paperwork and right, and your music
and your content and your music videos, your ticket sales,
your likeness, your investments, your hard work,
all that. Also keeps them paid, so it's best to know what's going on.
This is kind of interesting. If it works. If it may not. See, it's doing it again. I can't do that. I'm letting it go. I'm not going to be excited about it. See how I did that?
It shows you
just letting it go. I'm just letting it go. I'm assuming we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're going to do it. Okay. I'm trying to wonder myself, how did I wind up getting so many Mashable accounts? I just know what to stay away from next time, that's for sure. Where am I at now?
So you just clicked on that one, so now you're on this one.
This is fucking nuts. Okay. This is something I've been saying for a while, Denied, motherfucker.
I love that option when they give it. Yes, I'm gonna deny.
I wish it would make it like an explosion sound when I delete aggressive ads and pop-ups. I wish it would fucking scream. So here's a question for all of you. Are social platforms going to charge all users for access?
Looks like it's going that way, isn't it?
And I know everybody's gonna roll their eyes and say, I'm not gonna do that.
Yes, you are.
Just like you guys said that you weren't gonna do AI. Remember that?
And they weren't going to do cell phones.
Remember when everybody said they weren't going to do social media, and then
Everyone's
2019 happened and everybody went on social media anyway? People who never thought.
I hate going live. Go live.
Right. People who thought that they were never going to be on social media went on social media to look at people's fucking dinner.
That's what they want to
goodness.
look at.
Here's the thing. If using and signing into Meta means you signing in to your EV, if signing in to Twitter means signing in to your Tesla, are social platforms going to charge all users for access? Yes.
Absolutely.
If Facebook is really just a marketing and advertising company, then are social media platforms going to charge people for access? They already are.
Yeah.
If social media becomes an AI website and app, which it's becoming, all social media is becoming AI.
Yeah.
And we all know that anything you do on AI, you got to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
So if are social media platforms going to charge users for access? Yes, because social media, each and every app, whether it be Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, all of them have changed the original purpose and intention and reason for why you signed up in the first place. So if you signed up on MySpace because you wanted to make music, well, that doesn't exist anymore. If you downloaded Spotify because you thought that it was going to help independent musicians get paid fairly, well, that's now they're doing audio books and physical media even. Spotify's doing physical media now. Imagine that. After they told us that it was the devil.
They're never going to do it.
You know, Facebook said it was free and it always will be. But Facebook's an advertising company. We all know advertising's not free. Are social media platforms going to charge users for access? Absolutely. After Meta announced a range of new add-on subscription packages, questions were raised as the viability of free social media moving forward and whether at some stage everyone will have to pay to access the apps. I think we'll all pay in one way or another.
Yeah.
See, I think they got it wrong. I think these motherfuckers should be paying us.
Absolutely. We're the ones that keep them on the app.
I think these guys should be paying us to play with it. I can see why she did that. See this? See that?
Yeah.
I understand it. So the concept that eventually all platforms will have to charge something for access gets floated every now and then. Some people see paid social media subscriptions as the only way to negate spammers and scammers and stop them from creating millions of new profiles for free. Paying for social media has not stopped people from scamming people on social media. So that's bullshit. That's like saying going to the DMV is going to prevent people from stealing your car.
Or going to prevent you from running someone over.
Me identifying myself is not going to stop criminals from stealing from me.
That's a crazy thought if you ever thought
my
that.
God.
You're a lunatic.
So that's what they want to do with that. What do you think about that?
I think I think that shit's all lunatic. Mhm. And they're just corrupt and they're liars.
I absolutely do not.
If it's free, it's for me, but it's not free for everyone.
Interesting. No, I agree with you on that. Hackers, hackers, hackers. It's supposed to change. There it goes. Hackers hijacked Instagram accounts by tricking Meta AI support chatbot into granting access.
See? So it's easy for them to fuck up with the AI shit.
Let's read it again. Hackers hijacked Instagram. I mean, isn't this one of the biggest companies in the world?
Yeah.
Hackers hijacked them.
Yeah.
And how did they do it? Hackers hijacked Instagram by tricking Meta AI support chatbots. So the Meta AI support that's supposed to help you and protect you, and we're supposed to pay for this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It has failed. While they reap the millions and colonize an island.
You take this one, Lex. Can you see that?
It's a little small, but I can make it work.
Okay.
Instagram has resolved a security issue that allowed several users' accounts to get hacked. Almost said hijacked. To get hacked.
Well, I mean,
it's the same thing.
Same sort of thing, sure.
The attack appeared to rely on tricking Meta's own AI-powered support chatbot into granting access to a victim's account. Over the weekend, several users on Reddit claimed that their Instagram accounts have been compromised, and a number of users on X warned of similar account hijackings. The compromised accounts include the Instagram handle for the Obama-era White House, which appears to have been inactive since 2017.
Imagine that, though. Imagine that's how weak Instagram is, where you can be at the top level of security. Even though the account is inactive and hasn't been used, it makes it all the worse. That is bananas. Like, it's just like we were hearing, like, legacy accounts, and this is really sick, you guys, but people that have passed away and died and still have Facebook accounts. If you ask me, I think old Zuck needs to allow people to rest in peace.
Seriously, not make money off of the death.
Right, like when people move on,
They shouldn't make money off of it.
I think they should deactivate their account.
Yeah. They should be selling their data.
I don't think Elon Musk should have the power to raise the dead.
No.
Is what I'm saying. You know,
sick.
You see people in your memories, and you see, people who've passed away. Old Zuckerberg throttles their accounts, milestones and memories, and then they recycle these accounts and images, and they put them in front of your face. I've seen some of my friends that passed away be recycled and promoted to me.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
It's bizarre. So this is on the same lines of that. I just wanted to show y'all this, that it's 2026 and we are supposed to be advanced. We are supposed to have the best technology. It's 2026. We're all expected to take our sensitive information and, frankly, our money, and we're supposed to blindly dump ourselves and our money and our investments into all of these apps and developers. And I'm not anti-AI. I'm anti-scam.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-technology. I'm anti-going to court for shit I didn't do. You know what I mean? I'm not anti internet and social media. I'm anti exploitation and child trafficking. Anyway. just as I mention all the time, if you guys want to follow along, see, we read from social media. Today, we also cover stories from digital media, music news. Excuse me, digital music news, and digital music news also has a social media category, I believe. Let's jump into this. Pop culture, music, tech, entertainment, law.
Yeah, I was just about to say this website specifically has articles pertaining to the laws and litigations and other things that are
Can you lift your mic up a little bit?
in music.
Way better. I couldn't hear a word you were saying.
Like this website
Mm-hmm.
in particular is where we and a bunch of other people get information about the laws that are happening, the
Exactly.
litigations, who's
Exactly.
going to court. So if you guys ever want to know where we're getting this stuff, one of them is digital music news.
Right, and this
for the
is-
law stuff.
And like some of you guys, I understand, like, there's the music industry, like the Rolling Stone and Source Magazine and the Vibe.
So the pop culture shit.
Right. I that is one music industry. That's the music industry we all know and love, and Ronnie Radke and, you know, the crazy tabloids and TMZ style
Yeah.
stuff and the memes and the goofs and stuff like that. That's one thing. We cover the real music industry news.
Yeah.
Accounting, technology,
Where the money is going.
entertainment law. If you guys want to know, if you want to know about the music industry for kids, then go read the Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
If you want to know accounting in the inner workings of how the music industry, the pathway of tech, the pathway of cybersecurity and accounting, then this is the type of shit that you follow along with.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't. I'll read something from this and people go, that guy thinks he knows what he's talking about. But it's like, no, I didn't write this.
Ashley King did.
Author Ashley King did on May 29th. Live Nation settles with Beyond Wonderland shooting victims.
There was a shooting at Beyond Wonderland?
I'm just what I'm saying.
I did not know that.
Well, nobody knows that. This is the music industry that nobody knows about.
I remember Beyond Wonderland as being like the rave, where they have raves, like kind of like Coachella.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
you also remember, you know, going to concerts and the purpose of doing that being fun. But
Yeah,
people
and not
still,
getting shot.
well, people still get trampled,
Mhm.
sexually assaulted, stomped out. The music industry should be a place where people can record songs through the lens of their life, but it's not. It's a
No.
place where there's, unfortunately, royalty exploitation, trafficking, sexual assaults. And this is exactly why we do this on this
And killing
program.
people.
Because the music industry and tastemakers and talent buyers will find impressionable, hungry, ambitious young musicians and bands and rappers and singers and tell them that the music industry is a place where if you make really good music, later on you're going to be popular, rich, and special. They don't tell managers, promoters, even guys in bands that know better, guys like me that have been in bands for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. They don't stop and tell people, yo, the music industry is about going to fucking court. And the more successful you are at this, people are gunning for you. And you wouldn't know if you talk to people at the local or regional level because most of them haven't reached that level of success yet. So when you talk to bands at the local level, right, they'll tell you it's all about community and it's all about love and it's all about mutual respect. Ask them how successful they've been as a band. And you'll find out the more successful the bands are, the less they describe the experience of being communal or about mutual respect. Bands don't join in the music industry for mutual respect. They join the music industry to get some money. They join the music industry to get some pussy. They join the music industry to get popular, to get rich, to get powerful, and to get paid. They don't people don't join a band to boost other bands and artists. Let's think of our favorite bands and our most successful bands that we know. Avenged Sevenfold is not in the music industry. They didn't join the music industry to build their future competition. Big bands are not in a business where they are building the future of music. They're building themselves. You know what I mean? Through the delivery system of incremental gain. But you know what I'm saying? You don't hear responsible, successful musicians. You don't hear people passing this information down to people. It's not a fucking warning, it's a fact. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. You can read it on the TV, or you can turn it off. I'm showing it to you. If you talk to people at the local level, they'll tell you shit. Everybody gets along with everybody. Ask them how many awards they've won. Ask them how many big festivals they've played. Because if you are in a band that has had any type of success, then you know that if you're not having at least a little bit of haters, right? Then you don't have enough output yet. If you haven't reached the level where some group of people doesn't like your band, well shit, you ain't making enough noise. So what I'm saying is if you're not making enough noise, then it's going to be hard for you to chart. It's going to be hard for you to win awards. It's going to be hard for you to, to win people's attention. Live Nation has settled a lawsuit with the families of 2 women shot and killed during the 2023 Beyond Wonderland Festival at the Gorge Amphitheater. That's terrible. I just want to say that is terrible.
That's awful.
They reached an undisclosed settlement with the families of 2 women, Brandy and Jocelyn. Sorry about y'all loss. They were shot and killed during the 2023 Beyond Wonderland Festival at the amphitheater. The settlement was filed May 20th and reached ahead of June 1st. I just wanted to, the point of us looking at this is because I just wanted to show you, like, when large companies settle, it's with the understanding that they don't have to go over the details in court. Yeah, the lawsuit alleges that the event organizers and security had inadequate or unreasonable, erroneously deficient conduct and security. I mean, that's true for even events at the local level. Everybody's unstaffed,
Understaffed, don't have enough money to pay security.
How about this too? People don't give a shit about their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't paid enough at Wendy's to give a shit.
They don't even think about security anymore. That too.
Security guards aren't paid enough to give a shit.
No.
And the bands that play the venues are also not paid enough to give a shit.
Mm-hmm. So that's how shit like that happens,
right?
Unfortunately.
Promoters are too greedy to collaborate, so you can't have any real sense of community, and so nobody gives a shit because it takes a village to develop all the bands. So if you treat them like Pokemon cards, we're all just like trading and competing all the time, then we never really grow,
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one though. No lie. What do we got here? All right, guys, you know what time it is. We talk about it because it's here. Vermont looks to decommission scalpers with new ticketing reform law. Leave it up to Vermont.
Leave it up to the states.
Yo, Vermont. Yo, Hans, y'all know what's going on with this shit.
Vermont knows what's up.
No, but like, isn't that crazy that Vermont would take a step towards this? I just think this is so cool. A New England state, Vermont looks to decommission scalpers with new ticketing reform law. Huh. Including a resale price cap.
Wow.
Well, Vermont has officially become the latest state to take a stab at decommissioning scalpers as it's enacted a ticketing reform law featured to resale price cap, a ban on speculative passes, and more. Phil Scott signed the bill into law yesterday. A multiple reform-minded organizations reach out with statements applauding the new development, spanning about 4 pages and set to go into effect July 1st. The straightforward law will, at the top level, require those who issue event tickets to include on the face of a ticket in clear and conspicuous manner the total price of the original ticket. Imagine that.
That's awesome.
It's so simple.
Vermont coming in.
It's so simple so people can see this is the real price of the ticket before they get scammed. Seems like such a simple thing to ask for.
It's freaking awesome.
I love
Thank you, Vermont.
Thank you, guys. Just that's what I mean. Like, and when we talk about the music industry, I keep telling everybody, from tickets to royalties. Look, it's people trying to get over.
Mm-hmm.
It's people taking shortcuts and stab each other in the back.
And there really is people working out there to make a difference.
All right. We only got a couple more for y'all today. And here's another place that you guys can follow along. It's called Social Media Today. You guys can subscribe to the newsletter. It goes right to your mailbox, and you can learn about the music industry, social media, right along with me. And then you don't have to pretend like I'm coming up with it or I'm telling it to you. You don't have to pretend that I'm podcasting at you or musicking at you. Okay? Meta introduces a new subscription add-on and AI packages. The company new paid options for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp will offer additional features, while its artificial intelligent plans will offer more capacity. Sounds like fun. Does it sound like the future?
Oh, yippee.
After a few months of testing, Meta has confirmed it's rolling out new add-on subscriptions for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The company looks to increase its subscription revenue. That's what they want. They don't want music. They don't want companies to succeed. They want to expand and beef up their subscription in AI world. If you're not helping them do that, I don't know. As outlined by Naomi, what's her name, Meta's head of product, Meta's new Plus products will provide a range of exclusive add-ons for paying users of each app. Imagine paying Meta for every app that they gave you. Like, I mean, it's all just Facebook.
And this goes into the question that you asked at the beginning of the program, which is social media just going to turn into a bunch of paid subscriptions?
AI.
Yes, an AI. And that's how they're going to do it, through AI.
And the thing is like, I don't usually give my individual opinion like this, but I don't want to pay for AI products. And I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not anti-AI. Just for myself, I'm not interested in beating off to AI. I'm not interested in listening to AI art. I'm not interested in looking or viewing and observing AI images and videos and movies. Not because I hate it, not because I think it's the devil, not because of I think it's going to take over the world and end everybody's career. That's a separate discussion we can have. But simply the reason why I don't want to pay not $1, I don't want to pay 50 cents or 75 cents. I don't want to trade in my old cassettes for anything AI because I don't like it. It's not that fun. And it's not that I hate it. It's not that I'm in a cloud. The thing is, I have not found anything so valuable or so significant where AI can replace anything that I'm already doing or enjoying. For instance, a lot of people watch AI porn. I like real porn. I like real sex and naked people and shit. I don't want to watch cartoon naked people or even photorealistic, non-existing, ultra photo, high definition, realistic stuff. I wouldn't want to watch that over, a movie with real people in it. And it's the entire world could go there, right? Just like streaming. The entire world swears and loves streaming. But I know when we upload our music to Spotify, it greatly decreases the fidelity and the high quality resolution of my music. So we don't upload music to Spotify anymore because it reduces and distorts our otherwise well invested. Okay, we're professional musicians that invest our entire lives in sounding good. And we upload our music to Spotify and it greatly distorts and deteriorates the high fidelity, high quality music that Sepsiss makes. So as a result, we don't upload music to Spotify anymore because it sounds like shit. So it's not just because Spotify is evil. It's not that AI is evil. It's that there's nothing about it that's significantly valuable. When you put it up against the sniff test, when you put it up against high fidelity, quality media, it doesn't pass the smell test. Instagram Plus will give users the chance to pay $3.99. They're going to give us a chance. Isn't that?
A chance?
No, they're going to give you a chance to pay them $3.99 for Instagram. We've had Instagram our entire lives. I'm not paying you $3.99 to go look at my neighbor's dinner on Instagram.
I'm also not going to pay you $3.99 to look at insights from my story that I post myself.
Look, cat's out of the bag. I don't want to hurt any of my friends' feelings with this one. People I grew up with and stuff like that. I'm going to speak for myself first. I'm not that important where people are going to miss me from Facebook. Okay? So I hate to hurt anybody's feelings. I hope nobody really takes this personally or in a dark way. I don't give a shit about anybody that I know. No matter how close I am to them, I don't care about somebody's social media so much, okay, where I'm going to pay $3.99 to see it. Not for my favorite artists, not for my favorite athletes and comedians. We've had MySpace, we've had Facebook in our lives and YouTube in our lives for free our entire lives, okay? I don't care about Instagram so much where I want to pay $3.99 to look at my neighbor's feet.
And also paying $3.99 to look at story insights and extend the life of your story on your carousel.
I don't like you that much.
I'm not paying $3.99 for that feature.
Right, cat's out of the bag. Nobody wants to know what their friends are doing all day anymore. We're all in our 30s and 40s.
And also, no one wants a story that's longer than a day.
You know what?
No one's going to watch that 2 days long story.
I don't want to know what you're doing.
That sounds lazy.
And the other thing is, like, if I want to know what you're doing, I'll call you on the phone.
Right. I'm not going to pay $3.99 or $10.99.
I'm not going to pay Mark Zuckerberg $3.99 so I can look at people that I've known my whole life and marvel at their dinner and their tennis shoes. It doesn't, to me.
And also, I don't want to give Meta any more money.
We're
Why?
done.
Because they're going to take that money and colonize a fucking island in Hawaii.
And
no.
And here's another thing. Like, even if all of this was great news, any would-be amateur criminal can hack this shit.
Yeah, they already did.
The apps, Instagram, Facebook, it doesn't work well enough for them to give us a chance to pay $3.99. Give us a chance to not pay it.
Give us a chance to have our accounts secured for at least.
Give us a chance to delete that shit. I know people that are trying to delete and deactivate their accounts and can't do it.
Yo.
We will give you $3.99
to delete.
to fuck yourself.
Right.
They're gonna give you a chance. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And why do we cover social media? Because that's where we've all been taught to advertise and market our music. So we take a hard look at this shit because we want all of you guys at home to question: is this the future of the music industry? Social media and AI and tokens and pollution.
And then also question yourself before you spend $100 on these Meta products.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. We want you guys to just keep asking questions. That's all it really comes down to. All right, here's the last one, y'all. Or not. Oh. YouTube tests new fan engagement option for musicians. This is good news. I hope. The future, now in beta, allows music creators to share an exclusive content with just the top 1% of their channel's audience.
My question is, if everything now is in beta, including the future, when is it not going to be in beta anymore? Like, how long is it in beta for?
Like, that's the thing.
That's what I really want to know.
Don't
if
ask,
it's in beta, how long?
Right, don't ask for $3.99, motherfucker, and then be in beta.
Especially if the future or the feature is in beta. Okay, how long is it? How long until it's not in beta?
How can we be in the future and in beta? You make a very striking point, Miss Swarm. YouTube is testing a new engagement option for musicians, which would enable them to share exclusive content with their top fans in order to drive more benefits for their key supporters.
Like what?
Yeah. As first reported by TubeFilter, YouTube's new, quote, top fans publishing option would limit access only to the top 1% of the creator fan base. Nothing says growth like 1%.
Nothing says the top like 1%.
Man,
that's top-notch testing.
I love everybody just keying in on the old super fan model. As shown in this example posted by Nate Who Gives a Shit, YouTube's top fan publishing option currently in beta. Those not in the top percentage of engaged audience members would not be able to view the clip. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Why do you have to be punished for not being a top fan? Fuck you.
Hold on. The other thing is most of us are not at the success level where we want to hide our content
and only show it to top fans.
Like if you're wildly critically acclaimed and successful, okay, that appeals to you. I can understand that. You know, if you're fucking Linkin Park, that makes sense, right? Because your 1% is like a million motherfuckers. Do you get what I'm saying? If you don't have a super huge audience, then it does you no good to hide your content from people that want to see it.
Right. And even if you are at that level, you shouldn't want to hide your content from people that want to see it.
It's kind of like the pre-sale ticket conversation, okay? Unless you're wildly successful or you can't count to 100, you really don't need pre-sale tickets. If you're selling out shows, okay, and you're wildly or critically acclaimed successful and you're packing clubs of 500, 1,200 people, okay, that's a lot of ticket sales that you might want to keep track of. You feel what I'm saying? But for bands that are coming in at 20 to 40 people a show, I mean, do you really need pre-sale tickets? I mean,
I don't think so.
right. You can. I'm not it's nothing against nobody. That's our show for the week, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching.
Hey, man. Yeah, we love you motherfuckers, and we appreciate, I mean that in the nicest and most generous way. I love all of y'all. Get ready for an exciting month. We are off to Ohio the 25th, 26th, and 27th. We'll be with Circle of Snakes and Living Dead Girl. Super shout out to our friends at the New England Hall of Fame for hanging out with us at Cabo Wrestle. We had so much fun. Another huge shout out to Bruce from Legion for helping us out on stage for the evening. And my son Quentin, kicking ass. Much love and respect to the fam. See y'all next week on another episode of The Sepsiss Show.
I honestly thought you were going to say William versus the world.
On another episode of William versus the World. Remember that?
Yeah.
I missed that. Just doing that. Maybe we should have a William versus the World segment. Just so I can do that.
Put a B in the chat if you want that. Goodbye.